The extensive damage requires a comprehensive electrical system assessment after the lightning strike. It's highly likely the non-metallic sheath cables in the walls were damaged due to the high voltage and current surge. Firstly, turn off all electrical breakers at the service entrance and house panel. Do not attempt any repairs or inspections without proper training and safety equipment. Insulation testing using a megger is advisable on the non-metallic sheath cables. The megger test identifies cables with damaged insulation. Replace any cables failing the megger test. Other tests should include a continuity test on all conductors, checking for loose or damaged connections, and inspecting all electrical appliances for visible damage and burn marks. Replace all damaged non-metallic sheath cables, including those that failed the megger test. Replace all burnt or damaged electrical appliances, switches, and outlets. Repair or replace the damaged service entrance house panel and any other electrical components affected by the strike. Ensure proper grounding of the service entrance house panel and all electrical components. Check the ground rod for damage and secure connections. The severity of the strike may have affected the structural integrity of the home. Consult a qualified engineer or contractor to assess potential structural damage. Consider surge protection for the electrical system to prevent future damage. Contact your insurance company to file a claim for the damages. Lightning strikes cause severe damage to electrical systems. It is crucial to have the system inspected and repaired by a qualified electrician to ensure safety and prevent further damage. A megger, also known as an insulation resistance tester, applies a high direct current voltage to the conductors and measures the leakage current through the insulation. A low insulation resistance reading indicates damaged insulation, which could lead to short circuits or ground faults. When performing an insulation test, ensure the circuit is de-energized and isolated from other circuits. Disconnect any sensitive electronic equipment that might be damaged by the test voltage. Connect the megger leads to the conductor being tested and ground. Apply the test voltage for a specified duration, typically 1 minute, and record the insulation resistance reading. Compare the reading to the manufacturer's specifications or industry standards to determine if the insulation is acceptable. A reading below the minimum acceptable value indicates that the cable should be replaced. Continuity testing verifies the integrity of the conductors and their connections. A multimeter set to the continuity function can be used for this test. Place one lead of the multimeter on one end of the conductor and the other lead on the other end. If the multimeter indicates continuity, the conductor is intact. If the multimeter does not indicate continuity, there is a break in the conductor or loose connection. Check all connections for tightness and corrosion. Corroded connections can increase resistance and cause overheating. Loose connections can create arcs and sparks, which can ignite fires. Replace any corroded or loose connections. Visually inspect all electrical appliances for damage and burn marks. Check the power cords for cuts, fraying, or other signs of damage. Test the appliances to ensure they are functioning properly. Replace any damaged or non-functioning appliances. The service entrance is the point where the electrical power enters the building. Inspect the service entrance conductors, meter, and disconnect for damage. Ensure that the service entrance is properly grounded. The house panel distributes electrical power to the various circuits in the building. Inspect the panel for damage such as burnt or cracked insulation. Check the circuit breakers for proper operation. Ensure that the panel is properly grounded. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. The grounding system provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, which trips the circuit breaker and energizes the circuit. This prevents electrical shock and reduces the risk of fire. The grounding system consists of a ground rod, a grounding electrode conductor, and equipment grounding conductors. The ground rod is a metal rod driven into the earth. The grounding electrode conductor connects the ground rod to the service entrance. Equipment grounding conductors connect the metal parts of electrical equipment to the grounding system. The equipment grounding conductors provide a low impedance path for fault current to flow back to the source. Surge protection devices protect electrical equipment from voltage surges caused by lightning strikes, power outages, and other events. Surge protection devices divert the surge current to ground, preventing it from damaging the equipment. Surge protection devices should be installed at the service entrance and at individual circuits. Consult with a qualified electrician to determine the appropriate type and size of surge protection device for your needs. Replacing non-metallic sheaths cables involves removing the old cable and installing a new cable of the same size and type. Turn off the circuit breaker that supplies power to the cable before removing it. Use a cable stripper to remove the outer jacket of the cable. Connect the wires to the terminals of the devices being supplied. Ensure that the connections are tight and secure. Secure the cable to the wall or ceiling using cable staples. Turn the circuit breaker back on. Replacing electrical appliances involves disconnecting the old appliance and connecting a new appliance of the same type and size. Turn off the circuit breaker that supplies power to the appliance before disconnecting it. Disconnect the power cord from the appliance. Disconnect any other connections, such as water lines or gas lines. Connect the new appliance to the power cord. Connect any other connections, such as water lines or gas lines. Turn the circuit breaker back on. Inspect the ground rod for damage and secure connections. The ground rod should be made of copper or copper-clad steel. It should be at least 8 feet long and 5/8 inches in diameter. It should be driven into the earth until it is completely buried. The grounding electrode conductor should be made of copper or aluminum. It should be sized according to the size of the service entrance conductors. It should be connected to the ground rod using a clamp or other approved connector. The equipment grounding conductors should be made of copper or aluminum. They should be sized according to the size of the circuit conductors. They should be connected to the metal parts of electrical equipment using screws, lugs, or other approved connectors. Lightning strikes can cause structural damage to buildings. The high voltage and current can create explosive forces that can crack walls, shatter windows, and damage roofs. Inspect the building for any signs of structural damage. Consult with a qualified engineer or contractor to assess the damage and make necessary repairs. Contact your insurance company to file a claim for the damages. Your insurance policy may cover the cost of repairing or replacing damaged electrical equipment and structural damage. Provide the insurance company with a detailed description of the damage and any supporting documentation such as photographs and receipts. Work with the insurance company to ensure that your claim is processed fairly and efficiently. Remember that electrical work can be dangerous. If you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, hire a qualified electrician. A qualified electrician has the training and experience to perform electrical work safely and correctly. They can also help you identify and correct any electrical problems in your home. Notify the insurance company immediately after the lightning strike. Document all damages with photographs and videos before any repairs are made. Obtain detailed estimates from licensed electricians and contractors for all necessary repairs. Keep all receipts and invoices for expenses related to the lightning strike damage. Cooperate fully with the insurance company's investigation and provide any requested information promptly. Review your insurance policy carefully to understand the coverage limits and deductibles. Understand the process for filing a claim and resolving any disputes with the insurance company. If necessary, consider consulting with a public adjuster to assist with the claims process. A public adjuster can advocate on your behalf and ensure that you receive a fair settlement from the insurance company. Documenting the damage thoroughly helps expedite the claims process and ensures accurate compensation for all losses. Remember to include all damaged items, structural damage, and any related expenses in your claim. Consult with experts such as electricians, contractors, and engineers to assess the full extent of the damage and provide accurate cost estimates for repairs. Maintain detailed records of all communications with the insurance company, including dates, names, and summaries of conversations. Understanding the claims process and your rights as a policyholder will help you navigate the insurance claim successfully and receive the compensation you are entitled to. A thorough inspection of the electrical system is crucial to identify all damaged components and ensure the safety of the home. Testing the insulation of the wires with a megger is essential to detect any hidden damage that may not be visible to the naked eye. Replacing all damaged wires and components is necessary to prevent future electrical problems and ensure the safety of the occupants. Proper grounding is critical to protect the home and its occupants from electrical shock and fire hazards. Surge protection devices can help prevent future damage from lightning strikes and other power surges. Consulting with qualified professionals, such as electricians and engineers, is essential to ensure that the electrical system is repaired safely and correctly. By taking these steps, you can restore the electrical system to a safe and reliable condition and protect your home from future damage. Remember that safety is the top priority when dealing with electrical damage. If you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, hire a qualified electrician to do the job. Following these steps can help you assess the damage, repair the electrical system, and protect your home from future lightning strikes. Be sure to contact your insurance company to file a claim for the damages.